Good morning. Now I'm going to speak English for a bit. I'm going to stop looking down also, trying to look more to what's in front of me because I have here in front of me a window that has, a nice view. And I can see trees, I can see cars, I can see nature. Um, I sincerely wanted to talk about sex, and I think that's a really interesting. My point of view is a really interesting view. It's a really interesting one, and I want to talk about my my sex experiences, not being that many detailed, because I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm gonna say that by saying by talking about my sex relationship, the moments that I had sex. I am going to be true the way I am. Um, I remember the first time that I did sex. It's not like I did sex. Me and a woman, we made sex. Um, I was going to her place, her apartment. Her parents weren't there. I was, I wasn't studying at the time. I was just existing and playing video games all day. It was like in 2018, and I remember getting a bus to go near her house. And after this, I remember walking, like really walking. Uh, so I spent some time walking, and I reached her apartment, and she opened the door. She was like with a t-shirt, with a big t-shirt, and with a big t-shirt, panties, and no bra. Yeah, sincerely, my reaction. It wasn't my reaction, but the thing that I thought was, well, aren't we gonna talk first, or aren't we gonna even talk first? Like, aren't we gonna have a coffee, or aren't we gonna? I don't know. I didn't came here like just to have sex. I don't even know how to make sex. I did say that yes. I'm a professional of sex. I did say what? Um, I don't know how to make sex. That I know how to use my penis, but I actually didn't. I was a young male, and because I was a young male at this time that I had sex, I was hearing from my friends, "Yeah, I just made sex. It was crazy. It was amazing. Oh, and this and this." And sincerely, I don't even know if their first time was that good. I mean, on my first time being all too respectful, I was I was penetrating the woman, and while I was penetrating the woman, I took my penis off of the woman, and I looked at my penis, and it had something white, and I thought to myself, I think I just came, and I wasn't feeling like I had an eject. I don't even know if that's the word in English. If I had came, but I didn't even know that. I wasn't feeling like it, but it was actually the natural lubrication of a vagina. And I said it to her, and she was like, "Oh," she was very disappointed with my attitude because I didn't even know how to make sex. I didn't even know what happened in a woman's body. And I mean that's normal. That's normal. And I'm saying about this well, because I need to talk about how we experience some things, we hear some things from our friends, from the internet, and we think that those things are true, like the way how to make sex, the way how to only be like rough in sex, or the way it's like to talk about sex nowadays. I think that we need to talk about pornography because pornography usually because people doesn't want to be dumb as people that didn't make sex, and you're not dumb if you didn't make sex. If you didn't make sex, you're just living. You're going to make sex sometime, and um, people watch porn, and people watch porn and try to look at porn and think that, oh, the woman in porn is really liking this. Well, I think I must do the same thing as this guy is doing when I make sex. So what people think, what I used to think to make a vision of how sex was. I remember before going to that woman's house, she was my age. I remember before going to that young woman's house, um, I was watching porn in a sincerely I was trying to look at porn and think like almost with my glasses on and think, wow, so I gotta do this and I gotta be in this position and I gotta hold her like this, and I mean I was studying sex, but the thing is, sex needs to be a natural thing that is very treated with it's treated with so much respect and admiration and desire, a good desire, not the unbalanced desire, but a good desire, and it's a relationship. So usually, you know, two people make sex. It's not only one. It's not only what the man wants. It's not only what the man wants. This is a node thing. This truly is a node thing. What the man wants. This is like pornography, for instance. Pornography is basically more consumed by men, by frustrated men that don't have attention, that don't know how to make sex, that look at their penises and say, "Wow, I just discovered how to masturbate, and it's a very good pleasure. Wow, it's way better than watching TikTok all day. I think I'm gonna masturbate all day." Maybe. I mean, I sincerely hope that very few people do that. In my mind, mm, none of the people does that because well, that's not balanced. That needs to be balanced. I mean, to masturbate, it is important, yes, but not all day, or not every day. And pornography gives us a really bad example on how to treat sex, on how to treat a woman in sex, and sometimes women by being treated. A lot of times, one way in sex, literally like a toy. They think that they deserve being treated like a toy, like they evolve a fetish. I don't know if that's the word. If that's the word. Fetish. Uh, a horniness about being spanked, about being slapped, about being, treated as someone that have done bad things and deserve to be punished. But sincerely, in my point of view, this is an abuse. This truly is an abuse. Sex needs to be about love. Doesn't needs to be about like. I mean, there are ways and ways to give pleasure to a woman without being radically brute, without being that. Uh, without being a person that doesn't know how to contain yourself. Um, I'm thinking about some things and how women tend to like being dominated in sex, and this is um, what I understand about this about being dominated in sex is I think it's sad. I think it truly is sad. I think it. I mean, when I say dominated, I'm saying about like really dominated and like as if you tie a woman to a bed and you can make her do anything and you that's not being dominated. That's that's not being dominated. That's being used. That's something. That's something else. That's being used. That's allowing herself to be used, and this is sad because a lot of guys, just want to have sex, just want to tell other guys that oh I made sex, oh she was so beautiful and she was so oh the curves man, oh she was so hot. Wow. What are you expecting by saying those things? I mean, well, congratulations, you just had sex with a woman. Sincerely, I think that sometimes by being treated several times in a way, women tend to think that they deserve to be treated this way. That the only way that they can be treated is this way, this idiot way, this abusive way, this disgusting way, and they sometimes can't even see the light, even when it's in front of them. They can't trust. They can't like give themselves out to new experiences with. I mean, it's not that nice, you know. It's not that nice. I know it's a real hard it's a real hard thing to do to have the keys to the wonderland and go to the wonderland and go out of the wonderland when you want and know how to balance those attitudes. And when I say this, oh wonderland, yes, I'm doing a bridge with Alice in Wonderland because I mean in my point of view, Alice in the Wonderland is something that explains really well um, what women live through life. What women, I mean, I really don't know the specifically um, the things about the movies, about the comic books. I don't even know if there's comic books about Alice in Wonderland, but I remember her getting tiny. I remember her getting ultra big, and it's like some some ego failures. Her being ultra big and her being ultra tiny because she needs to be balanced. She is little, she is small, but she's small because she's a child. I don't even know if it is a child, but it is, but it, or if it is portrayed as a child, because child, young women, like childs, really young women, women childs, have tend to have this unbalanced point of view of reality, and tend to listen to other people to have a solid perception of the world, and this is not every time great, because I mean she's only a kid, and she is maybe mentally a kid, and she is learning how to live life, learning what's right and what's wrong, and learning the things that she can do, the things that she likes to do, maturing, being an adult, being an adult who is a woman. A woman. And it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Alice in Wonderland story. And I remember watching the movie. I don't remember when, but I remember watching the movie. Well, sometimes it seems that people tend to be abusive. I mean, there are levels of being an abuser, and there are some light levels that people don't even understand that they're being abusive. And I mean, sincerely, we might be in a point of time that a lot of things is seen as bad educated, is seen as an abuse, but as I said earlier on other videos, is that we need to be more educated. We need to understand more about who we are, so we need to understand more about morality, so we can see and feel what is an abuse, what is a time when a person is only doing something to benefit the person that's doing it. And this shows little empathy, and empathy is a thing that we need in the world nowadays. We do need empathy, and well, the secret to have a nice sex is to have a nice conversation and being real honest and transparent with your partner. I mean, we know how to talk, we know how to speak, we know how to listen. Do we? We need to listen, and we need to speak also, but not in a higher tone of voice. We just need to speak. I mean, speak, not not scream. I scream, but I scream when I'm singing. So, anyways, thank you so much.